My name is Bob Wagner, and I'm Department Head for Forestry and Natural Resources. And we're really pleased to welcome you all on this very happy occasion to dedicate this new research building at the Purdue Wildlife area. The new Wildlife Ecology Research Facility, or WERF for short, is a state-of-the-art building that will greatly increase the capacity for wildlife-based research in the Department of Forestry and Natural Resources. Research at WERF will allow us to answer many questions about ecology, ecotoxicology, and disease ecology for a wide variety of wildlife species for many years to come. It will fill a vital role in continuing the tradition of outstanding wildlife research and education that has gone on in FNR for many years, many decades actually. The impetus for this project began in 2017 when our department's animal care building, behind you, that white building, really began to fail, and we badly needed to replace it to bring our wildlife research facilities into the 21st century. So this 4,700 square foot facility was made possible with a $2 million contribution from the John S. Wright Endowment and a generous $1 million donation from the estate of a 1950 alumnus Roger and his wife Sarah Voiles. I now invite Dean Plaut, the Glenn W. Sample Dean of College of Agriculture, to come up and offer a few words. Karen?
Thanks, Bob, and it really is a great day every way you look at it. It's beautiful out today. And as you know, Purdue Forestry and Natural Resources is one of the country's leading natural resource programs, and Indiana's only degree-granting and research program in forestry, wildlife, and aquatic sciences. FNR ranks 5th nationally among the most popular colleges offering degrees in natural resources and conservation in the country, and number 11 among the best forestry colleges in the United States. Our FNR faculty and staff prepare the next generation of natural resource professionals, continue to discover new knowledge, and work together with key stakeholders in the science, management, and sustainable use of natural resources. Together, we're helping solve some of the most important natural resource problems around the globe. The addition of WERF, as it's now known, as of just recently, well, and we don't have official approval, but
We're going there.
yeah, I'm sure it'll go through, will only add to the possibilities of discoveries in the natural resources field. WERF greatly increases the amount of available space for research by providing 6 independently controlled rooms with a full range of environmental conditions. Animal care rooms are specifically designed for flexibility of the occupants, both in the types of research, general and refined, and types of species, both aquatic and terrestrial, that can be housed in the facility. WERF features a high-efficiency HVAC system with adjustable temperature and humidity controls in each room to customize the needs of the individual researcher and research project. Each room separately ventilated to prevent the spread of pathogens as well as to isolate odors. Each research space also includes an entry vestibule where items can be prepared and assembled before moving into the secured lab area to allow researchers to work more efficiently. A large common space is provided for collaboration. The building will also house equipment, supplies, and other necessities to support outdoor research activities. With WERF and the possibilities it brings for answering important research questions, as well as the planned FNR building on campus, the potential impact over the next 100 years is immeasurable. Thank you all for coming. Really appreciate it. And now I turn it back to Dr. Wagner.
Thank you, Dean Plaut. So as we unveil this, the new WERF building, we need to thank many people who participated in bringing this project to fruition, from the planning and approval stages through to the construction. First, I need to recognize Purdue College of Agriculture Administration, who has supported FNR in the building of this facility. In this regard, I'd like to personally thank Dean Plaut for her outstanding support and persistence, and persistence was needed, trust me, to make this building possible. There were several times over the past 5 years when we were not sure whether this project was gonna occur, and so thanks to Karen's support at some absolutely critical moments, she provided that vital support. I'd like to thank also Dr. Bernie Engel, who's Senior Associate Dean of Research and Grad Education, and Dr. Christine Wilson, Associate Dean and Director of Academic Programs. We greatly appreciate their support of FNR and its mission. A project of this type is not possible without a strong team to help design, oversee, and construct the building. First, many thanks go to Julie Hickman. There's Julie, there she is. I lost my place here. Really was she's the Senior Facilities Project Manager in the college, who was really an amazing champion of this effort from start to finish. Julie has this wonderful can-do attitude, and it was needed through this project, and she's actually continuing to help guide us as we get the bugs out of this new building, and there are several, as there always are with some new buildings, but Julie's just been a very key, and my personal thanks to you for all of your effort and support, Julie. Next, I'd like to thank our FNR Building Committee, who provided the overall design input on the building. Dr. Jason Hoverman here, who was the chair of the committee, Marisol Sepulveda, Liz Flaherty, who's also here, Pat Zollner, who's here, and Rob Swihart. Jason in particular, right here, did yeoman's work in overseeing many of the details of the design and construction. He certainly has more hours into this project than anyone else in our department. Brian Beheeler, who I haven't seen, our PWA property manager, also played a key role on many aspects of site management and construction duties, and he also will continue to do so. Thank you to the Schneider Corporation and Henneman Engineering and Architectural Design Concepts, who conducted the feasibility study regarding replacement of the old animal care building. And thank you to Kettle Hut Construction, the general contractor for the project, as well as to all the other companies and individuals who played a role in the completion of this facility, from groundbreaking to structural details, drywall, paint, HVAC, and more. They really did an excellent job. This was truly a collaborative effort as we watched many contractors come through the building doors and prepare it for the next phase of work. We encourage you to watch the photo collage inside later, showing the progress from groundbreaking to completion. And thank you to Gabriela Sinchich, who is an artist who did this amazing painting that you will see. It's a mural inside that really makes the place. It's Gabby did an absolutely fantastic job, and she'll give you an introduction to the work she's done inside. So I now welcome Chair of the WERF Building Planning Committee and Professor of Vertebrate Ecology, Dr. Jason Hoverman, to say a few words.
I just want to add one more thank you. And that thank you is to Jay Wasson and Physical Facilities. They're really the ones that help bring all these projects together, and without their support it couldn't happen. So I just want to acknowledge Jay also.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Bob. So it's my pleasure to represent the FNR faculty, students, and staff today as we dedicate the WERF building. And as Dean Plaut mentioned earlier, we have a lot of unique features associated with this building that allow us to conduct cutting-edge research in ecology, disease ecology, and ecotoxicology. So I'd just like to take a few moments to kind of talk about some of the types of research this building will support. So one of those key areas is actually in disease ecology. So disease has been at the forefront of our minds for the past couple of years with the recent pandemic, and animal populations are facing very similar challenges when it comes to emerging infectious diseases. So these rooms that have been designed here allow us to, again, isolate those rooms and have very highly controlled conditions to allow us to work with the parasites and pathogens that infect a broad diversity of species, including fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, as well as mammals. So it gives us a lot of opportunity when it comes to working in disease ecology. Another big emphasis of our work here is working with contaminants, so ecotoxicology. And a lot of this is driven by human contamination of our surrounding ecosystems and our natural systems. And our research groups have explored a broad diversity of contaminants, including pesticides, nutrients, as well as forever chemicals, or PFAS. So again, these types of rooms are ideal for this type of work because it's very labor intensive, very large scale types of work, and again, really nicely designed for dealing with a lot of that type of research. And ultimately, we hope that this research will help us understand the effects of these contaminants, but also come up with mitigation strategies for moving forward and hopefully preventing some of this from happening in the future. And a final project I'd like to mention is some of the work that's being done to understand the impacts of habitat fragmentation on animal populations. So habitat fragmentation is a big issue. It causes animals to have to move further distances between suitable habitats. So one of the unique features, again, about this building is we can design these rooms in a variety of ways. So one of the cool things that we can do is actually put things like treadmills. So just like you'd see at the co-rec down on campus, we can have treadmills in these rooms, or whatever workout equipment we want for these animals. You train them to use that equipment. So Liz is doing a really cool set of projects focused on that. But again, this will allow us to address questions in very novel ways with this building. So again, the beauty of this facility is that we can do a variety of different types of research to really suit our research needs and the project's needs moving forward. So during the tour, I'd be happy to address any questions you guys might have about the types of work that we do, and anything about the rooms and in the building as well. So before we finish up though, and kind of open up the building, just want to share the really unique feature you're going to see as soon as you walk through this front door. So over the past several months, Gabby has been doing an amazing job putting together this mural that you'll see depicting a freshwater wetland system. So it's basically a fishless system. So she's done a really fantastic job of incorporating all the different types of species, plants, and animals, and vertebrates. So all the way up to birds and mammals that are depicted in that scene. So it's a really fantastic mural. Really encourage you to kind of go in here, take it all in, see all these different animals, see if you can find all the different critters that she's put in that system. It's just absolutely amazing to see the work that she's done in there. So Gabby has been exhibiting her art globally since about 1990, and she's been in West Lafayette since about 2009. So we're very excited to have this recent work here in the building, and she'll be stationed, I think, by the mural to address any questions that you guys might have as you're kind of coming through the building. So with that, I think I turn it over to Dr. Wagner and Dean Plaut to basically officially open the Wildlife Ecology
Just a couple of things
Research
here.
Facility.
Yep, thanks. Just let me, I had a nice suggestion. Yep, before we do the ribbon cutting here, I just wanted to recognize a couple of folks that made this possible. Of course, we've, when you build a building like this, we really need to have a full-time lab technician run it, and we've very fortunate to just recently have hired Abby Valakovich, just came in from Ohio just for this event. So welcome, Abby, and we look forward to your guidance and support as we get this building up in the full operation. And also this event and a whole bunch of other communications issues. Joan Klimak from Ag Communications, great job. Wendy Meyer and Talena Minikis, who made all of this. There's a lot of work that goes into putting even this little event together. So thank you to all of you. So with that, I think we can. We've got some monster scissors here. Be careful. And we got two. I guess the dean and I can both do the honors. Be on this side. Be on this.
Yeah.
We're gonna be on this side.
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna do it on three, right?
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Woo!